Chair recognizes Representative Kelley to speak to the bill. Representative Kelley.
Mr. Speaker, members of the House, I come today to offer my support for House Bill 875. While we've already heard a large part of the great strides this bill makes to expand law-abiding gun owners' ability to carry a firearm in our state, this legislation removes the fingerprinting requirement for renewal of weapons carry licenses, prohibits the state from creating a database for those who already have a license, and allows local school systems to put forth measures to protect our children while they're in our classrooms. These are all great measures, but individually none of these items are why I support this legislation. For me, this legislation is centered around the rights of property owners to make the decisions on how they use their property. Now, opponents of this legislation will claim this legislation put guns into churches, bars, and schools. And yes, there are provisions in this legislation which address each of these locations. But in no instance has any of these facilities been forced to allow firearms on their premises. Instead, this legislation has empowered individuals and local school systems to decide what works best for their individual needs. I would like to say that I'm surprised by the claims raised by the opponents of this legislation, but I'm not. For them, this legislation and firearms are just the flavor of the day. You see, whether the issue is firearms, health care, or education, these opponents consistently advocate for more government regulation, more government control, and less individual choice. This legislation has now been carefully considered for over a year now, and I greatly appreciate the work done by all the individuals involved in this legislation. I'm proud to support this comprehensive, pro-gun, pro-property rights legislation, and I ask you to support it as well. Mr. Speaker, I yield the well.
Shall this bill now pass? All those in favor of the passage of House Bill 875 will vote aye. Those opposed will vote no, and the clerk will unlock the machines. Have all members voted? If so, the clerk will lock the machine on the passage of House Bill 875. The ayes are 119, the nays are 56. This bill, having received the requisite constitutional majority, is therefore passed.